Today's video is day 1 of the 90-day Astral Projection challenge here. It's going to be based off this entire book. Now, this challenge is going to be every single day you want to be doing these exercises, and they start to build on top of each other. But the thing is, if one exercise takes you more than one day, that's completely fine. Some exercises might take you a few days to kind of get down so you can really feel comfortable doing them. That's totally okay. It might take you longer than 90 days to do this challenge, but I'll be posting every single exercise that they give you in this book to do, and I'll be posting exactly how to do it. So for day 1, they want you to start with writing your first daytime affirmation. And this daytime affirmation for day 1 is going to be what you repeat for an entire week. So every morning for a full week starting now, you want to have a personal daytime affirmation, and they give you some in here to choose from. I'll go ahead and read them. I have the ability to separate from my body, return safely, and remember. That's the affirmation that I'm going to be using. I do these techniques myself, and then I make the videos. So I'm going to choose that technique because the book said it. But if you feel comfortable with writing your own affirmations, make sure you write one for the morning. And when you wake up every morning, you want to say it about 7 to 10 times. Then randomly throughout the day, if you're ever daydreaming, or if you're not really that busy for a few moments, or just kind of waiting for something to happen, or maybe you're at a stoplight or something, you want to repeat that affirmation again, just throughout the day randomly. Now, after you do your daytime affirmation, you want to write a second nighttime affirmation. This nighttime one that you're writing is also going to be for day 1, and you do it for an entire week. Now, they give you an example in the book, and I'm going to use this one in the book as well. It's, I attract dreams that help me achieve my goal of conscious out-of-body exploration. I recognize each morning as a fresh opportunity to hone my astral memory. Again, you can create your own, but this is the one the book does. When you go to bed at night, you want to repeat this affirmation about 30 times to yourself or out loud, and then go right to bed. So you have your daytime and nighttime affirmations written, and now we can actually get into some of the energy work on day 1. Now, these all start to build on top of each other. So at first, it's going to be about a 15-minute exercise. And then day 2, you start to add on to that. And after a while, it will become a little bit longer. So you want to make sure you've dedicated a good amount of time and you have free time to commit to this. Now, for day 1, they want you to start with a relaxation process on your feet, calves, and thighs. So you're not doing any upper body right now. You just focus on the bottom part of your legs and your feet. And the relaxation exercise that they say is to do the tensing. I have a technique on this in my lucid dreaming channel. But what you do is you tense certain muscle groups for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then you release that tension, and you're just trying to relax that part of your body. You do that a few times, and then you move on to a different part of the body. Now, there are different relaxation techniques. I know some people like to envision when they take a deep breath that a pure or white energy or healing white light is coming in through their in-breath, and then when they exhale, they visualize somewhat of a dark or the tension kind of flowing out of the toes or out of that specific part of the body. So whatever relaxation technique works for you, apply it to your feet, calves, and thighs. After you do the relaxation process, that's for about 5 minutes straight. You just do that on repeat for about 5 minutes. Now, the second one you do is breath work. So all you're doing for this exercise is about another 5 minutes of mindful breathing. You want to do a kind of continuous breath. You don't want to try to overextend yourself. Just do a comfortable breath and pay attention to your chest moving up and down, your diaphragm moving. Pay attention to when you take the in-breath and when you exhale. Just do mindful breathing for about 5 minutes as well. After you do the mindful breathing, you then go to the body awareness. Now, this is the last part of the exercise. Again, day 1 is pretty quick. So once you're at body awareness, what that means is you want to get either a pen cap, your finger, or some people use like a back scratcher or a ruler. And what you do is you itch a very specific part of your body, and then you focus in on that part, and you try to focus in on that sensation, block everything else out, focus only on that part of the body, and then try to expand your awareness slightly to kind of take over the rest of that area. So the example in the book they say you do is you scratch your right knee for a couple of seconds. You then stop scratching it, you close your eyes, and you try to visualize all that sensation right at that pinpoint on your knee. After you can kind of grip onto that sensation, you start to expand it slightly, And then you want to just be aware of your entire kneecap. You then go from your right knee, you do the same thing on your left knee, you scratch it, you visualize just right on that pinpoint sensation, and then you try to broaden your awareness to the rest of your knee. You then go to both of your thumbs, and then after you do your thumbs, you can choose your own. So you want to do this for a couple of minutes, and while you're focusing on each body part, you only do it for about 15 to 30 seconds. So this exercise is about 5 minutes altogether, but all you do is go throughout any part of your body that you're comfortable with doing, and it's just building up that concentration there. So I chose my feet, my thumbs, and then I chose the kneecaps and the back of my calves. So that's what I focused on today, but your points might be a little bit different. Whatever you feel comfortable with, just hold that awareness for about 15 to 30 seconds, and then move on to another point of awareness on your body. Do that whole body awareness exercise for 5 minutes, just different points of your body, scratching, stop scratching, and then close your eyes and try to focus on it. And the last thing to do with that body awareness technique is you want to start at your left thumb, and you want to trace from your left thumb of the inner side of your bicep all the way up to your shoulder. And then you want to trace back down. You want to then close your eyes and try to recreate that tracing sensation from the tip of your thumb all the way to your shoulder again, and up and down, up and down. Try to follow along as if you are drawing it with your finger, but you're not touching your arm at all. You then do that to the right thumb as well, all the way up to the right shoulder. And then after you go from the arms, you then do the toes. So you go to your left toe, you go up your shin, over your knee, up your thigh, go back down all the way to your tip of your toe. You do that a few times until you can recreate that sensation of you following a path all the way down and up. You then switch from the left leg, you then do the right toe. You do the right toe to the shin, to the knee, to the thigh, and back down, and you do that for a few moments as well. Now that exercise is, again, however you feel comfortable with it. It might take you only 30 seconds. You might have to take a few minutes on this. I had to take a couple of minutes. I've never done this type of work before, so when I started it, I saw it as a little difficult, and I found that using those scratching devices really helped rather than just trying to visualize it right off the bat. So I would recommend how the book recommends actually to use a little scratcher to kind of help prime yourself to get used to those sensations. And as always, remember, this shit is so easy, you can do it in your sleep.